Hey guys, welcome to podcast number 50. This is Adam with XR Realty. I got TJ and Ahmed here, and today we're going to talk about weed.
You walk into the dispensary, you're getting educated on it. They tell you what the doses you should take. Are you a new smoker? Have you ever smoked? Have you been, what kind of pain are you in? So it helps.
And we're going to talk about doing business in Illinois. I remember just the application fee, just to apply, was somewhere around 30,000 or some 28,000. Was it like that? It was
to maintain the license. The fee for the license is $30,000 a year.
But you had to hire a consultant to fill out the license.
Yes, you had to.
I couldn't just
not only fill out the license, but the application process.
The application. That's what I meant. Sorry, the application.
Yeah.
That's where I thought that 30,000.
By the way, 30,000 was on the low end.
I found consultants online from other states who had done it multiple times, but they were asking.
Oh yeah, we spent our application process in total. So everything that we did was over $1 million.
And we got a couple teaser stuff we're going to talk about as well, like reality show TV.
14 stores that opened on that first day of recreational, January 1st, 2014. And we were fortunate enough to be one of them. And what that did is it brought not just national attention, but worldwide attention. I mean, we had people calling us from Japan, China, news media, from all over the world. Obviously, that caught the attention of a company that sounded like us. And so they called.
They did call. Okay.
We had a call. It was a great call. And at the time, I told them I love your caramel macchiato way too much to battle with you guys.
Yeah.
We're gonna have some good talk.
We're gonna have some great
talk.
some
business talk.
Yes, we are. I'm glad you guys joined. I got two of my old acquaintances and friends here, and I thought it would be a cool idea to get together on a Sunday.
Yeah.
We're actually at Mark's house, one of our agents in his basement, and you guys are kind enough to carve out a little bit of your schedule today to come hang out with me.
You never say no on top of it.
I appreciate it. I really do. I want to do something different, and I didn't want to talk too much about real estate, but more about just what I thought interesting topics were.
Yeah.
I think what you guys are doing is very interesting. You guys are a family-owned business. You're here in Illinois, so I thought it'd be great. So I appreciate you're on, okay?
Yeah.
So I'm going to introduce you guys real quick. Ahmed, I've known you for about 15 years. Yeah. We met when I used to work at my family business in Burbank in the southwest side.
Jet Travel.
Yep, Jet Travel, that's right. I worked there for 12 years, and you had cell phone stores at that time.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I used to help you book vacations.
Yeah.
You were nice.
We used to do team yearly vacations. And,
yes.
And, going back before that, my mom used to deal with you guys.
Your mom still with my dad probably and my uncles for a long time.
Yeah,
you were nice enough to actually take your whole company to Mexico and Caribbean and do all these all-inclusive trips.
Yeah. It's all about the culture. We love building that culture.
Yeah.
It's all about the culture in the business, and I think the culture goes a long way. Even today in our business, we can talk more about that.
Well, that's how we met.
Absolutely.
And then through you, I met TJ Nasser, and we ended up doing a family trip for you guys.
Yeah.
I put TJ on Frontier. He still hasn't let me.
Still holding against you.
Still holding a grudge against me for that.
That's when we all got sick.
All right, we'll skip that part. Okay. But yeah, you've been in Colorado for forever.
For the whole life.
Your whole life, yep. You're not from here, but your family, like you said, you told me that they started there and they migrated to Chicago. Right?
Yeah, so a lot of aunts, uncles, and cousins. In fact, it's now migrated to where it's probably an 80-20.
80-20.
Yeah, 80 in Chicago.
Now, I didn't obviously say who you guys were, but you guys are founding members and presidents and all that kind of stuff for Starbuds Cannabis Co.
Yeah.
Right? Well, yep. And so if you've been driving around, you probably noticed, especially if you've been in the Southwest, West, and Northwest now, you might see these guys. They have storefronts all over the Chicagoland area. You're expanding, you're growing. So I thought that's great because when I first talked to Ahmed and met you guys, you were doing your thing in Colorado, but this was a new thing for Illinois.
Yeah.
And you guys have grinded for, how long has it been now here?
In Illinois?
Yeah.
We're going on, we actually started grinding even before we got the license, so the grind has really been 5 years.
Yeah, I was going to say.
No, 5.5 years actually.
Prior to COVID.
Prior to COVID.
And then you fought all the way through COVID.
Yep.
All that craziness.
All the delays that happened in COVID with the state, issuing licenses. COVID happened, and then all the
slowed everything down.
The whole country was on pause, right?
Right.
And then he
not us.
Yeah, he got busy in Colorado.
We weren't on no
standby.
I was working out where everybody else was, staying home. I was working.
That's right.
Yeah. And you guys were more open in Colorado, right? About distancing.
No, well,
was it pretty tight there too?
No, we were tight, but we were deemed one of the industries that was an essential.
So you guys are open.
And so we stayed open. We never closed one day, not 1 hour, not 1 minute.
Because people rely on it for medicinal.
Yeah, for medicinal uses, and people relied on it. And so, I mean, we were so busy that there was no such thing as staying home or scared. You couldn't be scared.
Yeah.
I mean, my staff were troopers. They were like, you know what? You're here, and I jumped into the store side by side with them to show that, you know, I wasn't going to hide in a basement or a corner. If you were out there and I asked you to be out there, I was going to be out there with you.
Yeah.
So we troopered through it. So there was no shutdown. But listen, we had great times in the store, and I mean, yeah, there was the mask thing and all that. But I'll tell you, man, I had some solid troopers, and we powered through. And
what if you had just shut down?
Oh, we'd have been trying to take PPP, which we didn't have to do. We didn't have to take any money from the government, and in fact, we
kept
them paid, and we contributed tax dollars, and so yeah, it was a win-win for everybody. I mean, listen, I may have had COVID about 3-4 times myself, being out and about, but
even pivoting. I mean, they had to overnight pivot how procedures were in stores and how they were taking orders in and.
Money and all that stuff. Yeah. Well, let's talk about Starbuds because I don't know if a lot of people already knows. I think they do, but I'm really proud of you guys. You guys are local. Ahmed lives in the Southwest side, and your family's been here forever, and you guys are doing great things. So Starbuds started in 2013.
Yeah.
It's a cannabis company. How would you describe it?
TJ, one of the founders, of course, and I'm sure he can talk to you more about that. I mean.
Yeah, no, I mean, listen, it started in 2013. I mean, I actually got into the industry in 2010, but me and the co-founder Brian started Starbuds in 2013. You know, we picked a name that we knew would probably be a little controversial.
Yeah, everybody loves the name, but they do think of another company when
they do think of another company, and that a little controversial. But you know, we really like the name, and so you know, we started in 13, and then 14 went recreational. And you know, Colorado was really the first state to go recreational, way ahead, and so. There was 14 stores that opened on that first day of recreational, January 1st, 2014, and we were fortunate enough to be one of them. What that did is it brought not just national attention, but worldwide attention. I mean, we had people calling us from Japan and China, news media, from all over the world. Obviously, that caught the attention of a company that sounded like us, and so they called.
They did call. Okay.
We had a call. It was a great call, and at the time, you know, I told them I love your caramel macchiato way too much to battle with you guys.
Yeah. Caffeine is the number one drug.
It's the number one, right? Well, listen, we got a lot of chuckles out of it. We enjoyed it. And I said, listen, I mean, we're different. You sell ventis and we sell ounces. Yeah. Two different things we sell here, all right?
Yes.
But all in all, throughout, we worked some things out, and fortunately, we came to an agreement. I won't get into the details of it, but at the end of the day, we worked it out, and the agreement was worldwide, and it was in perpetuity.
Awesome.
And you get to keep the name.
Yeah, we kept the name, and we grew.
The branding's been the same too. It's been consistent since you started till now.
Pretty much. We've had some refreshments, refreshing updates, but yeah, it's been a lot of the same. And, you know, the best way I can explain it is, at the end of the day, we weren't some big, public company. Starbuds is known as a family-based company.
Yeah.
So we sold to our Colorado operations in 2021.
Okay.
But we maintain the name, the license. We gave a licensing deal, so we still maintain that. Still,
the store's still called.
They're still called Starbuds. Yep.
Okay, cool. Part of the agreement. Awesome.
And so, but all the other states.
I was going to talk about the other states. Because you're in Colorado, Maryland, Mississippi, New York, Oklahoma, and Illinois.
Yeah.
So Illinois would be the best market.
Let's talk about the Illinois market, because you're in charge of the Illinois market here. And we've got locations now in Burbank, Westmont, Riverside, and Hoffman Estates.
Yes, sir.
All right. So how's that going?
It's good. Illinois being one of the top, I think, most expensive state of taxes, right?
Yeah, people think you guys are just printing money. Let's talk a little bit about how that works with marijuana and casinos and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And how does it work with the government? What's the?
Just we're one of the highest regulated industries in the country, I believe. I think in Illinois, We got to have full-time security on site.
Is it true that you only take cash?
No.
Okay.
We do take debit cards. We do
Okay.
have ATMs on site.
Okay.
We go
no
through
credit cards.
No credit
credit
cards.
cards.
Okay.
Yeah, we do go through banks regularly. They pick up the cash and all that good stuff, and it's another retail business.
Yeah, and you got to pay the government their share, right? And you got
Yeah, I mean, in Illinois, I mean, the government share is one of the largest. If not, well, for us, it's the largest.
We're not surprised by that.
So yeah, right. So you know, I'd love to say that we print money, but after the government takes their cut, there's a couple nibbles on the bone left, which makes it tough. I mean, not only are they taking their cut, but the regulations are expensive to operate, and so I think you know, coming through in the social equity licenses and people opening up. People are realizing that, you know, it's not as easy as everybody thought, and you're not running to the bank by opening a cannabis store.
I remember
people were figuring that out quickly, and it sucks.
You didn't hit the lottery.
I was gonna say, so they had something called a lottery.
Yeah, they
I was
did.
in real estate at the time, and I had multiple people, right, that were asking me about the process and what it was like. I remember just the application fee, just to apply, was somewhere around 30,000 or some 28,000. Was it like that? It was
5,000 to apply at
Uh-huh.
the time, and then to maintain the license, the fee for the license is $30,000 a year.
but you had to hire a consultant to fill out the license.
It was either or.
Yes,
Yeah, either or.
you had to.
You couldn't- I couldn't just
not
get a
only
license
not only
and
fill
fill
out
it
the
out myself.
license, but the application process.
Application. That's what I meant. Sorry, the
Was
application.
itself, yes.
That's where I thought the
By the way,
30,000.
30,000 was on the low end.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
I
I was
mean-
looking online to help them out, and they're like, "How do we fill this application out?" I'm like, "I don't know."
Yeah.
I found consultants online from other states who had done it multiple times, but they were asking.
Oh yeah,
five
we spent
figures.
our application process in total for everything that we did was over $1 million.
And that's non-refundable.
No. This was consulting fees. This was licensing
Yeah.
fees.
If you
this
didn't get the license,
this-
you wouldn't
no, it
have
was
filed.
done. You're done.
You were done. It was a gamble.
It was a gamble.
Yeah. People don't know about is that how crazy the process was.
Yeah. Now some people listen. As time went on, lawsuits happened. The lottery opened up. There was some people that didn't put that kind of money in, got lucky in the lottery, and they may have only spent 10, 20, 30, 40, $50,000 to do it, and they hit it. But you know, for us, remember, I mean, we were there was 21 applicants that had perfect scores. Perfect.
And how many applicants total were there? 800?
Oh, way more than that.
I
It was
think
thousands.
a few thousand.
And how many were they approving?
Yeah. Well,
There was
how many licenses?
Scores. How many perfect scores were there originally?
21.
21 perfect scores.
scores.
We were one of.
Oh, you were.
And I
Over
think
1,000
and for the first round of licenses, what are they, 75?
75 licenses for the first allocation. There were 21 groups that got perfect scores.
Wow.
And then that was halted by lawsuits and
So you're talking less than a percent chance out of 1,000 to be in the top percent there, and then get a license. 70 out of 1,000 applicants. The numbers are staggering.
But we were confident. TJ had the experience. He was a big part of the application process and writing out the application, and we had a consultant as well. But we were very confident.
And how many employees you guys got now in Illinois?
With our cultivation and the stores, we're well over 150 employees.
150.
Yeah.
See, that's 150 jobs you guys are providing.
Yeah.
Cultivation, Rockford.
Rockford, Illinois, yeah.
Okay, so, the caviar brand. I noticed the hat there. I was wondering what that was.
Yeah.
We got the-
Yeah. So what is that? What does that have to do with the cultivation?
Yeah, so we started Caviar, which was a product line started out in Colorado. It's kind of a higher end product. You know, if you go to the liquor store and you think about the Wells and you think about, top tier kind of vodkas or tequilas,
Okay.
that's what Caviar is on the top end of stuff. It's an infused product, but in Illinois, we not only do the infused joints, we also cultivate Caviar flower.
Okay, so you grow.
Yeah, we grow it, and we have another one called Blaze as well.
Okay, and that's all out of Rockford.
It's all out of Rockford.
So it's an Illinois-based company
yeah.
too.
We are in a good majority of the stores in Illinois.
Awesome.
So you can find them in most stores.
Yeah, I went on your website and I was like, it's a lot. I'm not a big weed guy since high school. But you have like different levels.
High school when the wife is out of town, maybe. Right.
I don't know if you know, but my friend owns Taco Burrito King.
Oh, yeah,
yeah. I think I think stuff like marijuana really, it helps
Elevated
out
them,
with
huh?
that
Yeah.
industry.
That's right.
We all get the munchies once in a while.
Yes, plug to TVK. We love you guys. I saw on your website different levels of the potency, the quality. It's a lot, man.
There's a lot going on.
This is not like just the old days where you got a little bag of Bobby Brown for $10.
Brown and with some seeds that might pop or something like that. Now the days are over.
Yeah, when we talk about Illinois market as well. I mean, we have our business and our biggest challenge, another big challenge in Illinois is competing versus the black market, where these tobacco stores have a cannabis.
I've been hearing about that
line,
stuff.
or like a hemp derived weed in their stores that they're selling and not paying the taxes we're paying. Yeah. They have you can go to any liquor store, any convenience store, walk in. They hardly check IDs, right? And you can walk in, you can buy your weed, and you can get whatever you want and walk out.
And that stuff's
It's
not
a Delta
regulated,
8,
it's
a
not
Delta
regulated.
9,
This kratom
THCA,
stuff.
kratom.
That stuff's dangerous.
Very.
I mean, it's in our communities now. I mean, it's starting to hit the community. It's starting to hit our kids. It's something that we got to really be on the lookout.
I mean, listen, we're all old enough to remember the synthetic marijuana back in the day, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Right?
Yep.
That's essentially what's now being created, and I think the government hasn't caught on, and eventually they will. It's bad. I mean, kratom. Listen, it's heroin. It's an opioid heroin.
What is it?
It's heroin.
It's heroin.
If you
If you dig in,
So they get around the THC
it's
stuff
synthetic.
by using something else.
Yeah, just like the synthetic marijuana was back in the late 90s.
K2 stuff.
Yeah, there's the K2 stuff and all that other. Yeah.
But I mean, the problem is kids are getting it. They're getting it in their hands. I mean, it's an addiction too.
See, with us, it's you have security at the front, you have ID checkers, not only at the window, but also before you go to buy, you're double checked on IDs. I mean, there ain't no kids coming into our stuff.
Our products are tested.
I think there's a little ignorance around how that works. So I mean, let's say I'm an Illinois guy. I want to try some Snoop Dogg chocolate bar with Monster Stewart, whatever the heck that is.
Yeah.
What do I need to come in your store? Just an ID?
Just an ID.
Just ID and a little bit of money in my pocket.
And some money, baby. And you got to be 21 years old.
21 years old. Okay.
Yeah.
So there is nothing else going on. Now, there's also rumors going around that, if you go in a store that you're, on a list.
Nope.
And
that's all a myth.
That's all a
myth. In Illinois, we cannot hold or we cannot keep records of any patients or any customers. Your ID's checked like you're going to a nightclub or you're going to a bar. We check, verify that that you're 21 and plus.
You're not let's say you want to get a job when you're 50.
No,
they're not going to look back and say, I was 21 and you're at.
The only thing you can do is join a badass loyalty program that we have.
Yes, talk about that because I saw that program.
And you still ain't going on the list.
You're still not going on the list. Our loyalty program is awesome. You walk into the store, we sign you up to our loyalty program. You receive points as you purchase, and just like any other retail. You can use those points towards.
I noticed he has. I'm Middle Eastern, so I'm looking for a deal once in a while.
Always.
And I noticed certain days of the week you have certain sales and all this kind of stuff going on. And
so you're gonna come in. You're gonna ask I'm gonna ask you what what are you looking for? I got some back pain. I'm having problems sleeping. Whatever. I have arthritis. Maybe I just want to have a good night with the wifey. Who knows it is? We got it all.
Yeah. Sleep problems.
Problems, absolutely.
About that.
We got whatever you need, right? And so the staff is there to spend some time and consult with exactly what your needs are and make sure that you're getting out there with the right product.
Yeah, we're actually here in Schaumburg
Sleep
today.
is a big one, by the way.
That's actually, someone was asking me about that. Do you guys have any sleep aids? And
absolutely.
I think they do.
A lot of sleep aids.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't sleep.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that I sleep like a baby.
Yeah.
My wife hates me for it. Because I hit that pillow and I could be. I don't know if I got a clear conscience what it is, but
maybe.
But she can't sleep for nothing.
Well, she should come see us.
Yes. I might have to grab her some stuff. But
and if she gives you help for anything else, if you know what I'm talking about, you come see us for that too. Come on, we got you, right?
Thanks, man.
Yeah, no problem. Everybody got somebody. We will be your somebody.
We got a solution for every problem.
We got a solution for it.
But we're in Schaumburg. We're actually near your Hoffman Estate store, right? So how's that going? Because
it's good. We've been open for about 8 months now. It's on 5 East Gulf Road.
It's on Gulf Road, right?
Gulf Road out.
Yeah, so if you're up in Woodfield area, looking for somewhere to eat,
they're right there on the corner. You can't miss.
Down the street from Woodfield Mall.
Yep.
Woodfield Mall is a landmark. We all know that growing up, right? Yep. Everybody wants to go to Woodfield Mall.
Yes.
So it was always a dream for me growing up in Illinois to have a location, some kind of business down the street from Woodfield Mall. And we came across this location. We opened it about 8 months ago, and it's been gradually growing. got to deal with the hemp and the competition, the black market, right? But we'll get there, right?
Well, listen, by the way, another thing is he talks about black market, he talks about hemp, huge issues. And there is the third one. I mean, proximity to Michigan.
Yeah.
Michigan taxes are lower, right? And so cost of goods is lower. And so people go and they'll stack up, they'll make the drive into Michigan.
And then come resell it here.
And then come back here and resell it. And
or even load up for a month or for other friends and family.
You know, the taxes are a lot cheaper over there. And so we a lot of things, challenges that we have out here that we got to deal with. And, it's...
I mean, look, for example, we finally got a license for a casino in Chicago.
Yeah.
Downtown.
That's right.
Had the bidding process.
That's right.
Made them go through all these steps. We're a year in, nothing's happened.
Yeah.
Why? They keep complaining about the regulation, the cost of doing business in Illinois, and the casino's at a standstill.
That's right.
And they're at this temporary one downtown. They're probably never going to leave that one.
Yeah.
And it's just another example of it's just tough to do business here.
Yeah, it's you got to be a more friendly business state, and you'll be surprised at how many people will run to you, and your state will thrive. But you got to eliminate this red tape, and a lot of it's politics. I think most of us know that. Yeah,
I'm licensed in Wisconsin, and Wisconsin from my house is like only a 45-minute drive.
Yeah.
So I do some business over there. Right on the border, we have like 3 towns: Mount Pleasant, Kenosha, and Racine.
That's right.
And it's a boom town over there.
Yeah.
Brand new Amazon facility, brand new Haribo gummy bear facility.
How easy is it to do real estate business?
Microsoft is building a cloud data center there that's going to be one of the biggest ones they have in the world. It's a 10-year project. Uline's out there. And it just keeps going and going and going.
Wow.
And they're just taking advantage of the border, but the cost of doing business there, the cost for land, the regulation, it's just, So I think it's important that we try to really focus on keeping the business here in Illinois. And it's a team effort.
We can always. I'd love to touch a subject about real estate as well.
Yes.
We're talking about
a
lot of real estate and how cannabis and how it's hard to rent it and get a space for lease because a lot of this, a lot of the real estate here, we're working on Minnesota as well.
Okay.
Minnesota, we're trying to find real estate, but if you go and get a lease, they're like, oh, we can't lease to you because our bank is telling us that we can't lease to a cannabis company, right?
Right.
So it's been a challenge. And TJ's been dealing with this for I don't know how many years. For a while, right? And he can touch more on the real estate part, but that's one of the biggest challenges for us as well. Is real estate and
finding the location.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like anything else, right? Location.
You can't even find a location for a vape shop anymore.
Yeah, that's right.
Nobody wants them. Nobody wants them.
They're dangerous.
They're dangerous.
Yep.
You have rules about where they can be, proximity to everything.
That's right.
And in all actuality, they're not dangerous, right? Yeah. But they're made to have this black cloud over it it's all ridiculous.
I'm going to do a fun fact. I got some fun facts.
Let's shoot away.
All right. So speaking of, because we were talking, you just reminded me of that. True or false that Starbucks was on a TV show on MSNBC called Pot Barons?
True.
Okay.
Yeah.
I knew about that.
Okay.
Everybody else did, but I looked it up. I watched old episodes. You can still find it on YouTube.
Right? Yes, you can.
And you're on there with your partner that you started with, right?
That's right.
And it shows the process of you finding locations, and chasing licenses, and what competition was like, and everything.
It does. It was the race, right? Yeah. 6 episodes. And it talked about the race to finding locations in the city of Aurora, Colorado, who was opening licenses at the time, late 2013, early 2014. And it talked about, how difficult it was. But it's a great episode, and you know what? It's a great insight into how the industry started back in the early days.
And you work with your family, right? Over there, you work with your sister, I feel like.
Yeah,
I feel like there's an episode, someone's yelling.
Oh, yeah.
Something, yeah.
Because, listen, it's family businesses. You get pluses and minuses, right?
I know all about that. Yep, I know all about
sister
that.
was there. We had brothers, cousins. As I told earlier, Starbucks is a family business at the end of the day. It really was.
And you have a lot of experience from that point. You've been doing this for a long time. This is 13, 14 years you've been doing this.
So besides being in the grocery stores, growing up in the grocery stores with our
dad. Yes.
We learned that retail.
Yeah. And I worked kitty corner with my dad at a desk for 12 years.
There you go.
Yeah,
we know about the family business.
We know all about the family business. And it's great, but it has its ups and its downs. Are you guys thinking about opening any new locations around here?
We are.
Yes. You are.
Okay,
it's top secret.
Tell a little bit about? No.
Yeah. Okay. We'll we'll have our 5th store hopefully by the end of the year, Q1.
Awesome.
We chose a village that really wanted to work with us.
Okay.
In the southwest suburbs as well. Off the, it's really close to the I-55.
Okay.
On Harlem Avenue.
Awesome.
Close to our location in Riverside.
Yep. I have an idea where this is going to be.
We are going into
Portillo's around the corner from there.
Yeah, we will be next to the Portillo's. Actually, look, 2 blocks from the
That could be a nice collab.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Portillo's to be happy.
So we're
Isn't Warren Buffett part of Portillo's now? Make calls, he'll collab with him.
You know what I mean?
So we're gonna go into Summit. That's the goal. That's our next goal. Is Summit. We've had a good meeting with them, and they're really excited for the Starbucks brand to go into the village. And
awesome.
We work with cities that we look at as partnerships.
Yeah.
Right. I don't want it to be a one-sided thing here. So unless it's a partnership thing, we really don't want to. It's kind of why we stayed out of Chicago. I don't need the politics of the big city and you're just another number. I want it to be actually impactful.
Yeah. Well, if you grew up poor in the Southwest side, you know about Summit because that's where the biggest junkyard is.
Yeah.
And that's where my dad and my uncles and all of them got their parts. Whenever their piece of crap Mercedes or whatever they had broke down, we're going to Summit, and we'd go over there as kids with them. And
it's essential village. I mean, you have to drive through Summit to get to the major highways, right?
Yep.
Working
class town.
Growing up, we were going to Alfaro Burrito, right?
Yeah.
That's the biggest burritos. That's in Summit.
Yes.
Everybody's talking about Summit, and when I think of Summit, I think of Alfaro Burrito, right?
Yes.
So, but
awesome.
Yeah, man. That's we're excited. We're excited to get that rolling, and hopefully we get the traction in the cars from off the highway and all that good stuff. So
great, man. I love to hear that. I'm glad to hear you guys. And you said Minnesota. I went to Minnesota recently. It's a cool state.
We're excited for Minnesota as well.
Yeah.
It can be a challenging market, but I think we can do good business there. And having Starbucks down there should be exciting.
Well, do you think this administration is going to make any changes about legalizing as a nation? Yes.
That's what I think. I think Trump is more open book, but he's just been dealing with this for so many years. He goes, they talk about it, they say something.
You know about roller coaster rides?
Yeah.
Talking about politics and cannabis, you got a lot of roller coaster rides there, especially at the federal level.
I think it's time
we still don't even have safe banking. We've been trying to get it for north of 10 years.
I think it's time for it. I think it's a drug that's that's impactful and helpful for a lot of people, and I think it should be looked at differently with the government. So.
What do you think about cocaine or some of the other stuff that's getting a little
that
might be a little too much? What do you think?
Yeah, it's a little much. I mean, there's got to be some sort of benefits to some things.
Yeah.
And listen,
it seems like more of recreation.
The sky hasn't fallen out, right? Yeah. It's been around now. I think it's like it's been proven that the sky hasn't fallen out.
Yeah.
You don't have anybody that's beating on their kids or their wife because they're high. You don't see
I'm
a
more
whole lot
scared
of
about someone going to a liquor store and grabbing a fifth of vodka and chugging it and getting in his car.
Of course.
That's
And so, listen, if you're worried about somebody driving a little slow and not keeping up with traffic,
extra cautious.
That's a little extra cautious. You might have to worry about that, right? Holding up traffic a little bit, maybe.
They can see better though because of their glaucoma.
Yeah, that's right. That's what you may have to do.
Especially with the opioid crisis we're having going on, right?
Yeah.
I think people should just kind of stay away from the opiates and do more cannabis, and I think you'll see a lot.
We're not even talking about pharmaceuticals.
Yeah, a lot of more happier people. You'll see a lot of people that are living longer. I feel like
But I think it's been a good experiment right here in Illinois. The sky hasn't fallen.
No.
There hasn't
fallen all over the country.
Yeah, every dispensary hasn't turned into some drug-laden corner.
I can guarantee you that police get called that liquor stores more than they get called that.
I bet you they do.
We hardly have any issues, 0 to none.
Yep.
But
I mean, if you go to a bar versus hanging out with a bunch of guys smoking a bunch of pot, it's gonna be, and
you ain't seeing a bunch of fights.
Cannabis it's come a long way.
Yeah. And it's the fact that it's being regulated helps the population, but also helps our broke state.
That's right.
Bring in some actual clean revenue versus chasing people around and wasting money trying to arrest people and kind of incarcerate them and all that stuff. Okay. You had a location in Jamaica. So I love Jamaica. I've been there 4 times. 4 times. Love that place to death.
I love Montego Bay.
Yeah. Don't know why they would need advice about weed in Jamaica?
You know, it's funny though. You would think that, but I'll tell you this: getting good quality weed in Jamaica is a challenge.
Yes, it is.
Right? For anybody who goes
the guy on the beach with the shell.
Yeah, and people were shocked by that, but it is a challenge to find it. You talk about the high school days of the brown weed and stuff.
Yes, yes.
Ironically, that's what you were getting in Jamaica.
Still to this day.
To this day. So,
plus, you risk getting in trouble. I mean, buying it from the seashell guy on the beach, and security or someone pops you, a cop pops you. That's not.
I mean, like,
you don't want issues in Jamaica. That's for sure.
I mean, I personally, I feel safe when I go walk into a dispensary. I know the product's being tested.
Yep.
I know what I'm getting is I'm gonna be fine. Nothing's gonna be laced in it. I'm not going behind an alley buying this stuff anymore.
You're not dying with fentanyl.
Yeah, I mean, so I can tell you that if anyone's gonna buy cannabis, visit a dispensary and buy your cannabis. I mean, it's tested, it's safe. There's security. You're walking out to a clean parking lot. And
you don't have to smoke it.
No.
You can eat it.
Edibles.
They're edibles. What kind of edibles do you guys have?
All kinds, gummies, chocolates. We also have drinks.
You do?
Yeah. We have drinks. You can consume it, mix it with your other drinks, and all that good stuff. And,
awesome.
And like TJ said, I mean, you walk into the dispensary, you're getting educated on it. They tell you what the doses you should take. Are you a new smoker? Have you ever smoked? Have you been, what kind of pain are you in? So it helps. Awesome. Walking into a dispensary.
Yeah.
And that's why going back to Jamaica.
Yeah.
They see a lot of tourism, I'm sure. And I mean, people are scared to buy it off the beach and the alleyway.
Yep.
So they want to visit a dispensary.
And I think you mentioned before that the guy that your partners over there. We're not going to name names, but they're a little bit on island time over there.
We're on island time. Yeah. Tough to do business.
So you had to shut down
when you're on
location
island time. Yeah, there was some challenges with that local partner. And, we have a different business mentality and motto, and it has to be up to our standards. Mm-hmm. And so if we partner with somebody, it's hard to bat 1,000. We've done very well, but we have not batted 1,000 with partners.
Let's talk about partners, because I mean, obviously there's something that's very similar about all of us here.
Yeah.
We all come from Palestinian descent, one side or another, whatever, and a lot going on obviously with that. We're not going to get into that, but people don't think, and interesting is Chicago is you go down to Devon Avenue here, North Side, right? Mm-hmm. And you got Jewish people, and Muslim people and Arab people living on the same street.
Absolutely.
And it's been like that since Chicago's founded.
Absolutely.
Started migrating, right? Okay, no issues.
Yep.
But they can't figure it out in other places, unfortunately. I bring that up because your partner, one of your partners who you started with in Colorado, who's on the show, is Jewish.
Yes,
right?
he is.
Yes, and you guys were able to collaborate, create this beautiful brand, still work together, but nothing but love, right?
Nothing but love, as there shouldn't be. The only reason there's hatred is because governments infuse everybody's brains with that they should hate the other side. It's not, like you said, not only in this state, not only this country, but all over the world. Palestinians, Muslims live next to, do business with Jewish people. My neighbor is a Jewish person who's told me many times, I will kill somebody for you if you needed to. My business partner is Jewish, right? I always told people, if we want to end this conflict, just make him the leader of Israel, me the leader of Palestine, and trust me, there will be, conflict is gone. It's over with. And so it's sad to see what's going on in the world, and to know that, at the end of the day, it's the small few, under less than 1% on each side, that is causing the problem for the 99% of everybody else, and a lot of disaster, a lot of deaths are a result of that. So, but just know that in this world, most of the world, there is no hate. But when you're creating that kind of animosity throughout the world, there's going to be some ideologies that may not be the thought process of the majority, if you will, right?
Exactly.
So
exactly, I feel the same way.
Yeah,
I appreciate you guys coming out. By the way, this was last minute. You guys are a busy schedule. You showed up, and I really appreciate it.
Adam Realty, baby. That's
Adam Realty. Yeah, you went to the UFC fight last night.
Yeah, it was UFC. It was a good fight, right? The UFC fight. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like the Russians are just dominating the UFC.
Yeah,
right?
I know.
I mean, they're coming in here like bulldogs, man.
I know.
The Russians, they wrestle bears, while us in the United States, we wrestle flies, man.
I know. It's they figured out a business model and it works for them.
It works. Yeah, it works great.
Dana White. I mean, look at where UFC started and where it's at now. I mean, they're not going to be on ESPN anymore. Mm-hmm. They're going to go on what is that?
Paramount.
Paramount.
And they sold up for like $7 billion the rights. I mean,
talking about starting right, something that was very scary to people.
Yeah.
It was extremely regulated.
Yeah.
It was unknown.
Yeah.
And now it's become mainstream. It's going to be on Channel 2.
It's crazy.
I know. Well,
the world has evolved. We got to evolve with it, right? And that includes, I think again, we just need to, I think most people believe the government has to start to take a step back from a lot of these things and let free market do what they do. Sure, there's always going to be problems, but it certainly doesn't help with a bunch of red tape. I think everybody feels that. Somebody wants to do something in their house and they got to go to or get a permit and some basic stuff, and it's like, Jesus, I got to go through all this and these are unnecessary expenses and charges and fees, and so it pushes things into the underground. And so I think most people understand that and just are a little tired of it.
The country was built on capitalism. That's what
it
makes it the greatest country in the world.
Absolutely, greatest country in the world and built on capitalism. And some people, there's a lot of overstepping on types of industries and people as a whole. We see it state to state.
Yeah, alcohol doesn't want you to succeed.
You know what? Pharmaceutical doesn't want the cannabis to succeed.
I mean,
a lot of people are coming off of pharmaceutical and into cannabis, and they're walking away. They're just like, I just can't function off this.
In fact, a lot of the bigger alcohol companies are dabbling in cannabis now. Yeah. They're doing those THC drinks, and they're selling them to liquor stores now, and they're starting to dabble. I mean,
yeah, because you guys are fighting some of the biggest lobbies, biggest
find a lot of money.
These people have been around for a long time.
Yeah.
But the last 10 years, I think it's been a huge progression.
Yeah,
it's evolved. A lot more states have joined.
Some of the states still need to evolve, even though they've joined. They need to evolve around guidelines and what they do allow and not allow. Some again overstepping. But yeah, they're coming to the mainstream. It'll be a fun industry to watch over the next 10 years. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Federal legalization happens. I don't know. Does it get deschedulized? We shall see. It was supposed to happen under the Biden administration shortly before.
Deschedulized means. What does that mean?
Basically, so that I think what people don't know is that the cannabis industry faces a pretty restrictive tax code called 280. 280 is basically, it says that cannabis companies are not allowed to write off any of their expenses other than cost of goods sold.
Oof, that's how I make.
That's another challenge.
Right? So you got rent, can't write it off.
Yeah.
Right? You got payroll, can't write it off.
Okay.
So there's a lot of these restrictions that people don't know, right? So they think we're running into the bank and all that. It's crazy how much the government actually takes because you have these very restrictive taxing. So by deschedulizing cannabis, that goes away, right? Because now it's no longer a schedulized drug, so you're no longer trafficking.
Okay.
And that's where 280 comes into
restrictions will loosen up.
Yeah, and the idea was, listen, I get it, right? I mean, back in the 80s, it was they'd knock at your door and they'd say, hey, listen, I know you're selling cocaine and you're doing all this stuff, and so you're actually, you're making it's tax evasion, right? That's what the mob guy hit on, and we know the famous mobster that got hit on tax evasion. I couldn't get, he's out of Chicago.
Yes, he is.
Right? Yes. Couldn't get him on anything, got him on tax evasion. So what they did is so some of these people were getting hit on tax evasion. They came back and said, whoa. You want to treat me like a regular business? That's fine. So I'm going to write off everything. I'm going to write off the plane that it took me, the cocaine came in, write off the pilot and all the warehousing and all my stuff. I'm going to write that off. And that was kind of a workaround for the mobs. And they said, the government said, well, we got to shut this down. So then they came and said, all right, well, we're only going to allow you to write off cost of goods sold. So we'll allow you to write off the cocaine, but not the plane.
Yeah. Okay, so you can write off
So we can write off the cost of goods sold.
But
so there are some things on some that we have to deal with on that part of the stuff. So a lot of those tax things that people really don't understand that would be their eyes would and the idea of this industry would change if they did.
Yeah, people assume that it's just you open up, grow some pot, whatever. So
they call it the green rush. No.
That's why I wanted to bring you guys in, because there's so much red tape that goes with doing business.
I mean, from doing business to doing real estate to doing all that stuff in our industry, it's just an extra step always. I feel like. Where if I went to go find a location for a cell phone store, I call that number for lease, I sign the lease, I get that store open, I'm ready to go. But I mean, cannabis is just a whole different ball. In fact, you say Adam Realty, you walk into one of our stores, you get a free joint.
Hey, hear that, guys?
Adam Realty, come into one of our stores, we'll get a joint in the house.
There you go. Appreciate it. Well, I appreciate you guys doing this, man. I love you guys.
No problem. Yeah, appreciate it. Appreciate hanging out.
Man.
Appreciate hanging out.
And I wish you guys nothing but success.
Yeah,
this was awesome. This was 10 years in the making, so I really appreciate it. And you guys, thank you for watching. We appreciate you, and we'll see you on the next podcast.